Well, that sounds like some Merle Haggard almost. How about that? Justin Kulik with the acoustic jams this morning here on Mornings on Main Street. Welcome in. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. We missed you yesterday. We missed you, Justin, specifically, as we know you were a little under the weather, and there was a lot of weather to be under yesterday. So
Yeah, for
glad you're
sure.
back.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it's glad to be back. I think I maybe just put it all out on the floor for George's bowling night,
That's
which was,
that's exactly what I wanted to ask you about. How did bowling go?
man, it went fantastic. So it was awesome because the first game I had, or both games, I had Casey Patrick and Zach Womble and Max. I can't remember.
Hers?
I think so.
Max Hers, the
Yeah.
the fill-in voice for the Nashville Predators, and
Yes, the guy. He was cool. So yeah, we all played, and me and Zach and Max, we played all right. We got about low hundreds for the first game. Casey came in with like a 190 something, which was good. And then the second game got going, and let me tell you, Chris, I've never seen anything like it. Casey went 8 in a row, 9 in a row, I think, of just straight strikes. Nobody was talking about it.
3 turkeys, huh?
Three turkeys, and it was insane because, like, you know how when a pitcher is pitching a perfect game, nobody
Right.
says anything. Everybody's kind of just like high fiving, and then, like, the 10th frame, second shot or roll. Sorry, excuse me. He rolls it, doesn't get it, and everybody. I didn't realize how many people were paying attention. The whole entire place went like, oh dang, and like when people were high fiving and stuff. It was electric. It was awesome.
that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, people stopped bowling and were just watching.
It's like and that has to be a problem, right? I mean, I would struggle because if there's no other noise in a bowling alley and it's just me, like
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing. No one realized it, which was good on, the other guys, because everybody's involved in sports. So they all knew, don't make a big deal about it.
That's so crazy. I hate that. What was, I guess he probably bowled, what, about a 280 something on that?
Yeah. I think it ended up being a 289. I believe
Wow.
is what it was. I know,
That
dude.
is insane. Well, Casey, again, we talked about it. Casey Patrick is the guy you want on that on your team if you're in this sort of tournament.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a great week it is. This is the last day of November.
I know it.
I mean, I cannot believe that we are in the final month starting tomorrow of 2022.
It's weird. 2K23 is going to it's just going to be weird to have to write down. I mean, I don't know when I would write it down, but it's just going to be weird to get used to. Those first couple months of a year, you're like starting to get used to the fact that you've had to write the same number for a year.
Yeah. And do you have problems like I have problems? The first maybe 6 to 8 weeks of the year. I mean, I'll go through Valentine's Day still writing the wrong year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In school, yeah. So I couldn't use pen because I always had to change it.
That doesn't. I can see it. I mean, that's a problem. It is so difficult to get that new year going, and then especially when you're writing 202 and you're used to writing 2022.
Yes,
there's just a lot of twos in there, and so it's just kind of
grace period.
Yeah, there really does need to be. I remember in 2020 when people were saying, like, when you sign documents, make sure you put 2020, because if you don't put 2020, then people could fill in a later date or an earlier date. Like, if you just write like 11/30/20, well, somebody just fills in 22 and suddenly it's 11/30/22.
Yeah,
so
you don't want that.
You definitely don't want that. No, you don't have an issue with that in 22 and 23. But I mean, there is crazy stuff out there.
How many Instagram captions are we going to see? It's my Jordan year.
Oh, you know what?
Too many.
How about do you tiptoeing in my Jordans?
I know that ballad. Yes,
I'm gonna do tiptoeing into my Jordan year.
Yeah, you know what?
That's good,
I
right?
want to go ahead and patent that because I don't want anybody to take it.
Mark. Oh man.
Who's
Hey,
that?
did
Miley Cyrus?
oh god, did you see that Billy Ray got, I guess, engaged to
Mm-mm.
some woman who's like my age? He's 60.
Wow. Good for him. No, I don't know if that's
Sure, good for him. I mean,
and her.
that's your thing.
You'd like to think she likes him.
I guess he's so weird.
Seems a
Listen.
little weird.
I'm a Billy Ray Cyrus stan from way back. I think that he gets a bad rep for
A
"Achy
lot of
Breaky
people say
Heart."
Steve. I don't get
Eminem,
that. Oh,
the
okay. Okay.
yeah, the song
Yeah,
"Stan."
yeah. Love that song. Okay, cars. Continue.
That totally makes sense now. You're like, holy crap, that
Yeah, I
makes
get it.
so much
I've
sense.
seen it all over Twitter. I'm like, quit spelling it wrong. You're adding letters. How are you getting this wrong?
And everyone's doing it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
must
I'm like,
be, but no, I'm a huge Billy Ray Cyrus stan. I think he gets a bad rep for "Achy Breaky Heart." His first 2
just a
records,
classic.
he had people are like, "Oh, he's a one-hit wonder." I'm like, the dude had 8 top 10s
Right.
in country music. Like, he had 4 number ones. He's not a one-hit wonder.
Right. Exactly. Read a book is what I say to them.
I mean, my goodness.
Educate yourselves.
Anyway,
I forgot why
it's
we
just
started talking about him, but
well,
it needs to be talked about.
it's a sad day across the entertainment world as Clarence Gilliard Jr. passed away on Monday. And for those of you who don't know who that is, he was Jimmy Trevette on Walker Texas Ranger. He also was in Top Gun. He was in Matlock. He was let's see, what else was he in? He was in, oh, I don't remember. Anyway, lots of great stuff. Jimmy Trevette in Walker Texas Ranger. Oh, Die Hard.
Boom.
That's the other movie he was in. A great Christmas movie. So
It is. It is very. It gets you in the festive mood.
it does. It
And
does.
makes you want to save the world.
But yeah, so sad day, man. I hate that we've lost Trevette. I still
Right.
watch Walker Texas Ranger like late at night. It'll be on like Ion or something, and I'll just
Yeah.
turn that on and let it play.
Yes.
And I'm never paying attention to it, but at some point, like,
It's got background.
Chuck Norris does some kind of cool roundhouse kick, and you're like, "Oh, that was cool." And then I have no idea why he did it, but I just assume it was for the right reasons because, well, he's Chuck Norris.
Exactly. Only for justice, I'm sure.
Exactly. He did it for the greater good. That's all I know.
Some kind of cool catchphrase. Could catch one every now and again.
I wish I had a catchphrase.
I think you know
Yeah.
what? Me too. I was thinking maybe you could come up with one yourself, but it's got to be organic.
It's got to be organic, kind of like the DJ name.
The what?
The DJ name. Like you
Exactly.
can't just you can't go into like a think tank and like come out with a DJ. It's just got to be organic.
No panels.
No, not at all. You
Yes,
got
sir.
you got to do this one right.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Exactly. Yeah.
well, Justin,
Yo.
we got a great show. We're going to talk to folks about how to keep their packages safe. We know it's that time of year. Folks are getting packages on their front porch, and
Package pirates.
Porch pirates are bad.
Oh, porch pirates. That's what it is.
They are bad. They're bad for business, and you don't want that. I mean, there are a lot of Grinches out there.
Exactly.
And we're going to help you by way of Steve Cravens, who is one of the most, they'd say that if you need to learn how to do something, there's a video on YouTube on how to do it.
Exactly.
Steve has like 400 videos on how to do things. His @ is How Skills, HOW, and he just has 400 how-to videos, and he's phenomenal.
Sounds like it. Shout out to him. He's the Warriors unsung.
Hey, I thought there was a van pulling up outside, and I was like, "Hey, speaking of packages."
There's like 4 people getting out with ski masks.
This is very weird. No, but yeah, so Steve has a great video on how to stop package theft. Some that cost money, some that are just free. So
nice.
We'll get to that. We'll get to our top stories here in just a moment. Plenty of those coming your way. But before we do anything else, let's send it to Justin for today's weather.
Thank you for asking. Or you didn't really ask, but I thank you for coming to Weather's Corner. So I decided
Weather
each
Corner.
day,
I like it.
thanks, man. I decided each day I'm going to hit y'all with a joke,
Okay.
weather related. So here we go.
Ooh.
Day one, for all you tally mark talliers out there, go ahead and write it down. All right. So here it is. What does a cloud wear under their raincoat? Thunderwear.
Thunderwear. That's oh, that's good.
So-
That's good.
So yeah, just a little spice up with the weather there. Brought to you by Possibly You. If you'd like to sponsor this, give us a call, email us. Weather's forever. The weather for today is 45 is the high, low 26, and it is just that chilly. I went out there earlier and it's freezing cold. Doesn't
It's
look
so
like
cold.
it. Does not look like it, but it is.
No, it looks like it's a beautiful. Like you're like, man, I want to go play outside today. No, you don't. Trust
Honestly,
me, you don't.
The picture behind you, it looks serene, but it's not. It's very cold and probably loud. No, I'm just kidding. So 45% humidity. I don't get the humidity when it's cold. It doesn't really balance out when it's this cold. So I wouldn't worry about it, but that is the humidity, 45%, UV index 3 out of 5. And it's supposed to be sunny all day. No chance of rain except one, which I say 0 is that. So yeah, just tune in for this report because tomorrow, brand new joke, brand new report by yours truly. Thank you, Chris, for having me.
Looking forward to it. Oh, John, John Blackwell with a quick comment here, saying UPS delivered 2 packages of his to the wrong house, and that has happened to me so often.
Me too. There's a north version of my house, and it always gets.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yep, just a little in, and you're done. You're not anywhere near me.
We have to put directions to our house in the delivery instructions because there are 3 houses in front of us. There's 756, 758, we're 760, and then there's 762. They're right in front of us, but we are in the back. Like you have to drive down this long driveway, and the driveway forks. So you have to know where you're going.
I bet you
there's a sign there. There's a sign that says 760, this way. But
people panic.
Yeah, they panic. They're like, "Oh God, what do I do?" And
I'm not there,
dude. I get it.
What I don't love,
frustrating.
What I don't love about addresses though, is you'll be at like 721 or whatever, and then the next house will be like 757. You're like, "Whoa, I did not go."
Okay,
however many houses that is, I can't do the math in my head, but
it is time. It is time for today's Teach Justin a Lesson. Do you know why those E911 addresses are like that? Do you know what the numbers are?
No, but the what addresses?
At 911 addresses.
Oh.
So like back in the day, you used to have, I told you, remember Route 2 Box 2200 was my address?
Yes.
That was a postal address.
Okay.
Because the post office had, but this is a 911 address. So the 911 addresses are so that, ambulances can get to you, obviously, and fire trucks and that sort of thing, because they don't have access to the postal routes. So they don't know what Route 2 Box 2200 means.
Right. And they shouldn't have to.
They really shouldn't. That's a whole lot of other stuff that they shouldn't have to do. But let me tell you, and I didn't learn this until I was 24 years old. So don't feel bad.
Okay, great. Then I don't have any idea. Didn't even know that's why addresses were a thing.
So when you start on a road,
right? The
house is how many miles it is down that road. So if you have a 4-digit address, so if you're like 1024, you're 1.024 miles down the road. If it's a 3-digit address like 760, you're only 0.7 miles down the road.
Okay.
So, but the weird thing is you have to pay attention to when the road name changes, because when the road name changes, that's when the new numbers start.
Oh, so from the start of that road.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's
Wow.
really interesting how, like,
So it's distance.
it's distance.
It's
It's
not
not
numerical.
houses. Correct. It's
Wow.
distance.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That all right.
That's pretty cool, huh?
That is pretty
Like,
cool. See, I
one-
thought there was
one
4
of the-
houses that I just didn't see.
One of the things that you'll start doing, because, like, you know, back in the day when MapQuest was a thing, you had to print out the directions. You go 0.2 miles, and
Yes.
you're like, I don't know how to count 0.2 miles other than my
Right.
trip meter on my car. But if you watch the houses and the mailboxes, you can say I'm going to 1055 and I get to 760. Well, I know that I'm 2.5 miles away.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty interesting.
I mean, it's unreal how people used to use maps in general.
Listen,
maps.
That was my thing when I was
Unreal.
When I was in high school. I drove my granddad, and he was a traveling salesperson for Eagle Claw fish hooks, and that was kind of like I was the one in charge of mapping out our routes.
Get the atlas.
And we had the big Rand McNally book.
Yes.
And when my senior trip in high school, we took a trip, me and 2 buddies. We drove up to like Cincinnati and across all the way to Minneapolis, St. Paul. And that was my job. They were like, all right, well, I guess we're going to go back now. And I was like, no, we're going to do these things. And so we went down through Iowa, came back through St. Louis and Memphis, and then came home that way. So we made a big circle instead of, you know, driving back through Chicago and Indianapolis and all of those things.
Yeah, no, so when I was a kid, we used to go on family road trips, and it's just funny now. It's hard to go to like 2 hours out of the way, you know, for that long to be going. But back then it was like, if you took a wrong turn, you ended up in the wrong destination.
Yeah, there's no getting back. I mean,
it wasn't like, oh, we have to take a U-turn at the nearest convenience. It's telling us. It's like, no, when you're trying to go to the beach and you make it to the desert, that's when you know.
That's when you know. Yeah, took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Yeah, we're 15 hours out of the way. Sorry about that.
I really feel like we should be here by now.
Yeah. I don't see any water. In fact,
what are those mountains doing?
We somehow made it to a different country.
Oh, well, speaking of roads and maps, let's take a look at today's traffic. Traffic is brought to you by our friends at 50 Forward, a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They're a proud partner with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting our website, joinallofus.org/50 forward. All right. We're looking now at some
little hazard here.
You have a hazard that I don't have. It's just an abandoned vehicle reported earlier today, so it should be good to go.
Gotcha.
Eastbound left lane was blocked at the time, but we should be good. Looks like we've got some traffic heading into the downtown loop coming off of 40. What have you got there? I-65 southbound at Rosa Parks looking good. It looks like we've got pretty decent traffic. There's some slow moving traffic on the northwest side of the downtown loop, which is pretty unusual at the 3rd Avenue over by Fisk. And, you know, I guess that's based off what you just showed me. It doesn't look like there's much traffic, Justin.
Yeah, I noticed there was a little hazard symbol there a minute ago, and it is dark red there, but I don't see, like you're saying, I don't see.
It looks good to me.
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes the traffic is a little goofy, but yeah, outside of that, I mean, normal traffic in Lebanon, also in Murfreesboro, Spring Hill and Columbia. Out in Dixon, you're looking good, as well as Clarksville. So how about up in Portland? Portland's great. White House, Gallatin, Hendersonville, everything's looking pretty good across the mid-state traffic-wise. So there you go. If you're not out, get out. It's a good day.
Yeah,
Just
get
bundle
out.
up. It's cold.
Yes, exactly. Get out of here.
And that's your weather and your traffic for the day. When we come back, we'll do our top 3 stories. We've got 3 great stories to get to here in just a moment. So stick around on Mornings on Main Street with me, Chris, and Justin. We'll be right back on Main Street Media TV.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is, we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email eric@rockcastlewealth.com.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Welcome back into Main Street Media TV. This is Mornings on Main Street, and you're taking a look live at downtown Nashville. That's Broadway and 5th Avenue, and you can see Bridgestone Arena. They must have cleaned the cameras, Justin, because everything looks mighty clear this morning. Either that or the rain knocked off whatever was on it last night.
It does look mighty clear. Yeah, and the rain was bad too. So I'm not sure. I did put in to the comment card that they need to clean it. So,
did you really?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know.
That would have been phenomenal.
I know y'all got a whole lot going on about the stadium and stuff, but I have something to say.
Really wish you guys cleaned those downtown cameras.
They jumped on it, man. They killed it.
Oh man, that's great. Well, it's time to take a look now at our top 3 stories, and we'll start in downtown Nashville, where the NASCAR Awards will be back. They start today. The brightest stars will glitter all over Music City during Champions Week. That is today and tomorrow, with a great deal of attention fixed on Nashville Superspeedway and Fairgrounds Speedway. The Superspeedway is searching for a new president to replace Eric Moses, who resigned to accept a position with the Fiesta Bowl, while Fairground Speedway is on the verge of being taken over by Speedway Motorsports LLC, SMI, which owns the Superspeedway. Both developments have made national racing news. Festivities start Wednesday with a variety of fan activities and driver appearances planned for downtown Nashville. The award ceremony will be held tomorrow at Music City Center. Chase Elliott, who won the Ally 400 at the Superspeedway in June, was one of 4 finalists racing for the championship in the season finale. He lost the Cup title to Joey Logano. Logano, along with the champions of the Xfinity and Truck Series, will be crowned as the season winners. Elliott, along with retired driver and TV commentator Dale Earnhardt Jr., have been vocal advocates of the SMI takeover of the historic Fairgrounds facility. SMI will sign a 30-year lease to operate the Metro-owned Fairgrounds track, one of the oldest and most historical in the sport. SMI promises to invest millions of dollars in renovations and expansions with a goal of bringing back NASCAR Cup racing. Bristol Motor Speedway, one of SMI's 11 tracks, will provide a management group to run the fairgrounds, and local racing is expected to be preserved. Some area racers are concerned local events might be shoved aside if big league NASCAR races come in, but others, like Mount Juliet's Benny Hamlet, who has raced at the fairgrounds for 34 years now, says an SMI takeover is the only hope for long-term survival. Meanwhile, Nashville Superspeedway president is expected to be named shortly, although there seems to be no sense of urgency because Eric Moses says they have a good team in place. Now, although NASCAR's 2023 season doesn't kick off until February, and the Superspeedway's 3 NASCAR races, Cup, Xfinity, and Truck, are sponsored, and the dates are set, off-season duties continue, including ticket sales, special events, and facility upkeep. The same applies to the fairgrounds, and while its chance of landing a Cup race is at least 2 years away, SMI's plans to make the track a state-of-the-art facility will take time. Local racing is scheduled to start, however, in April. White House residents will soon have new options to consider when making their weekly grocery run. Their monthly meeting last week, the White House Planning Commission voted to move forward with the development of a new 78,000 square foot retail shopping center, complete with a high-end supermarket and a number of other shops and offices. As a project that has been kept under wraps and been in the works for several years, the pieces have finally come into place to begin construction. According to the White House Area Chamber of Commerce, the retail center will be located at Highway 76 across from the White House Municipal Park, and dirt is expected to be moved at this location in the coming months. The new grocery store will be the anchor to the new shopping center, which is currently planned to be named White House Shops. Very unique. The Planning Commission also stated that the developer of the project will be Sembler, a retail development and management company based in St. Petersburg, Florida. Planning Codes Commissioner Segus Clark stated that the developers and engineers have worked within the city on creating a site plan that he believes all parties can be satisfied with. Now, based on site renderings of the project, there will be access to the shopping center from Highway 76 and Raymond Hirsch Parkway. The development consists of a 2-story plan with an eat-in area and a balcony on the second floor. The Planning Commission also had a request with the developers for a connection at the back of the site to the new Greenway Trail in the city. Although Planning Commission has not released the name of the future grocery store that will go into the shopping center, many have speculated that it will be a Publix, much to the chagrin of folks here in Columbia. According to their website, Publix, commonly known, was founded in 1930 by George W. Jenkins and is one of the largest employee-owned companies. They are the largest employee-owned company in the United States. Regardless of the retailer, the new grocery store is sure to add additional competition to other supermarkets such as Walmart and Kroger, and a major grocery store with additional out parcels means more employment opportunities for our community. And of course, they will also provide more retail choices for our residents, White House Chamber President Mandy Christensen said. Anytime we can keep local dollars circulating in the White House area, it's a good thing for our community. We're confident this addition will bring shoppers from within the county and neighboring communities that will benefit our existing merchants.
So this looks more like a Whole Foods building, though.
It does not look like a Publix, but it's
just the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is nice, yeah. It is nice.
You know, it's nice, yeah. But you're right. It doesn't look like a Publix as much as it does a Whole Foods type, I guess, vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vibe.
There we go. Yeah, buy Pilates there. Go to Whole Foods.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's what I would do.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Publix though too. I mean, Publix is kind of, you got to know how to shop at Publix.
That's true. That's true. And oh man, it really is awesome though. I really like Publix.
Listen,
to be real.
I love Publix, but
Upside, dude.
if you know how to manipulate coupons, you can get a lot of food at Publix.
Yes. That's
Publix
true.
is perfect for like extreme couponers because of their buy one get one stuff,
which everybody should aspire to be.
Like there are times where you'll get a 50-cent off coupon for like a can of beans or something, and then the beans will be buy one get one, so you get 2 cans of beans for 50 cents.
Rolling in it.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, if you like money,
yeah,
good deal.
You like making money? You like saving money? That is the key.
This has just always been like one big long infomercial.
It really has. It really has. John
like,
says that Nashville Super Speedway has announced a president, and as of yesterday, they had not. But I didn't look today, so it does look like Matt Gretschy was named the general manager of Nashville Super Speedway.
Was that for this one, right?
Yes. Yes.
What
Thanks, John. Appreciate you looking out for us there. Yeah, Matt Gretschy has been named the senior vice president and general manager of Nashville Super Speedway. I guess it's Gretschy, Greci. Gretschy, one of those.
Gretschy.
I'm going with Gretschy.
Yeah, well, Gretschy for sure.
Better than Grouchy, but
There you go. Yeah.
similar, but different.
Different.
Our final story of the day comes from Dickson County, where Dickson County resident Clifford Burlick wants to get to the bottom of where his plastic recycling is going. He contacted the Dickson Post in September with concerns that the plastic he was taking to Dickson County convenience centers was not getting recycled, but was instead being taken to the landfill. Now, he forwarded email correspondence between Dickson County Solid Waste Director Jim Lunn and himself in September. He also was informed by Lunn that due to market changes resulting in decreased demand from plastic recycling providers, the county had stopped separating the plastic from other types of trash. Burlick was concerned that residents were taking the time to sort their plastic and taking it to the recycling center when it's simply being taken to the landfill along with other garbage. Inquiries made to Lunn's office were referred to Dickson County Solid Waste Board Chairman Ken Naffey, who said at one point, a lot of our plastic went to China and some other Asian countries, but they stopped, saying it was dirty and that they weren't getting enough good material from it. With that market closed up, we found another market that will take milk jugs and soda bottles, but if there's a top on the bottles will get rejected and they have to go to the landfill. We can better educate people, or we can find different markets. The main issue, according to Naffey, is that plastics numbers 1 and 2 need to be cleaned, flattened, and lids separated, as the lids are a different kind of plastic, which if present will cause the main plastic containers to be rejected by the recycling vendor. He said these instructions were listed on the Dickson County Solid Waste website and at the Grab Creek Recycling Center. However, a search of the website showed no such instructions, nor were any instructions for separating the plastic listed at the recycling center. When alerted of this, Naffey said the website and signage at the recycling center needed to be updated and was aiming for December for the website and January for the signage. We have some hoops to jump through. So, sir, this is why local journalism is important, folks. Otherwise, it may have never gotten on the website. You may have never seen those signs, because who else was going to ask them about it?
Exactly. Very good.
Local journalism, very important.
Yes.
Muy importante.
Muy. Not pequeño.
Exactly.
I mean, no pequeño. You know what I mean.
Justin, normally we would wait until the end of the show to talk about National Calendar Day.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to talk about this one.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, wait. Yes.
It's that one. Yep. It is National Package Protection Day. The Wednesday after Thanksgiving is always National Package Protection Day. And we're going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you. Steve Cravens is going to tell you several ways that you can protect your packages. So stick around on Mornings on Main Street. When we come back, Steve Cravens with some tips on how to keep your packages safe this Christmas season. We'll be right back on Mornings on Main Street. Stick around.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Christmas for Kids is back at the Ryman this November 21st. Christmas for Kids provides children with shopping sprees, coats, and unforgettable experiences every year. This annual fundraising concert helps bring that experience to more kids. This year is hosted by Phil Vassar and includes Chris Young. The frontmen, which is Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star, Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas, Essex County, and a whole lot more. Christmas for Kids, November 21st. To purchase tickets, go right now to Ryman.com.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
A man was critically injured following a crash early Friday morning. Officers at the scene said the victim was driving a pickup truck when he lost control of the vehicle. The pickup veered left and went into a ditch. A front seat passenger was wearing a seatbelt and escaped the crash without injury. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the truck. He died at the scene. Law enforcement writes tickets to save lives.
When I made the decision to host the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night, Strike and Spare is where I turned. And what a wise decision that turned out to be. They have 5 locations in our area with family attractions. They're perfect for birthdays, groups and corporate outings, and holiday parties. For more info, it's simple. Go to strikeandspare.com. After Hit has become the baseball store in Tennessee. They have over 1,000 different models of gloves and over 1,500 wood bats. They also have several Iron Mike pitching machines as well as a Hit Trax machine. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. We're proud to call Hit After Hit the official shirt provider of the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It's a very common thing nowadays that people are getting packages stolen from their front porch or from other places on their own private property. It even happened to me one holiday season. Lesson learned. And a lot of times these are crimes of opportunity. They see a chance and they take it. But other times, these people actually follow delivery trucks around, and after they drop a package off at your house, they swoop in and grab it and take off. So I want to show you some ways that you can prevent and deter thieves from stealing your packages. We'll start off by looking at some of the ways that do cost money, but then we'll also look at several ways that cost nothing, that are free, and that are just some best practices that anyone can put into action to help prevent this from happening. One of the things you can do is install a video doorbell or some type of video surveillance system. There are several great brands out there of video doorbells: Ring, Nest, ADT. Video doorbells can do several things for you. If I'm not at home, it will alert me if someone comes on my property, if they come up to my door, and I can view the person and what's going on from my phone. It gives me a live feed from anywhere I'm at. I can talk to the person, I can tell them to get off my property, I can tell them I'm busy and can't come to the door, and it records all this so I can view it later. And if someone just came up to my porch and stole a package, I would see that too, and hopefully I would see their face or have some way to identify them and tell the police. If somebody sees you have a doorbell like this or a camera set up, they're not really going to want to come on your property. It's more likely they'll avoid stealing from you. And if you don't want to spend your money on a full-fledged video surveillance system, buy a dummy camera, put it up in a corner or two around your property, and put up signs that say that they're under 24-hour surveillance. And this could be a very inexpensive way to save you from an expensive loss. Signs and dummy cameras are a deterrent. You can rent a P.O. box at your local post office and have your packages directed there. Your packages will be held there securely until you want to pick them up. Or you can also rent a personal mailbox from such places as a UPS store, Mail, or other services, and they can assign you a physical address. So you can have packages from all the carriers sent to the same place. Packages from the Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, DHL, whoever, can all be sent to that personal mailbox. If you're going to be gone for a few days and you're expecting packages to arrive through the U.S. Postal Service, you can put your mail on hold. You can do that in person at the post office, or you can also go on USPS.com. And you can hold mail from 3 days to 30 days in a row. But the minimum hold, which is important to remember, is 3 days. If you put your mail on hold, you won't get any mail for 3 days. But this can keep packages from being delivered to your porch and make those packages a possible target for thieves. You can also contact the Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, and other delivery services and ask them to place your packages in a specific location on your property other than the front porch, a place where you feel they'll be safer. That could be on a back porch, behind a planter, whatever you request. As do other services, UPS allows you to make specific requests for a certain package. If you're not home when that first delivery attempt is made, they will hold the shipment for pickup, deliver to another address, reschedule delivery, or return to sender. And remember, when you're ordering from online sites, that you can have your packages sent to any address you want them to go to. If you're typically not at home when delivery services bring your packages and you don't want them sitting out all day, check with a friend, a neighbor, a relative, or even where you work, and see if it's okay with them if you have your packages sent there. Don't even have it sent to your home. If you order from a major retailer and they have a store near you, instead of having it shipped to you, use their option to have it shipped to the store for you to pick it up if that's available. Sign up for any email or text alerts that are available to you from the major carriers or from any retailers that you buy from. That way you'll be notified when the package is shipped, what day it's likely to arrive, if delivery was attempted, and if delivery was made. And that'll help you be better able to get your package off your porch as soon as it arrives. If you're an Amazon Prime member and you're getting ready to check out, look on the checkout page for something called Free Amazon Day Delivery. This allows you to pick the day of the week that you want your packages delivered. You can choose any day of the week except for Sunday. You can pick up to 2 days of the week actually. Like you could pick a Tuesday and a Thursday, or if you really just want one day, you could pick like a Friday. So for instance, if you picked Friday, then Amazon won't deliver any of your packages until that Friday. But on that Friday, you'll get them all. And the free Amazon delivery day can help you be prepared for when your packages are going to come. You know they're going to be there on Friday, so hopefully you can make arrangements to pick them up off the front of your porch as soon as possible. Amazon also has these locations in some cities that are called Amazon Hub Lockers. So if you don't want to have it sent to your house, to your business, to a friend or relative's house, you can have it sent to an Amazon Hub Locker location if there's one near you. They'll email you a unique 6-digit code, and you can go to the lockers, and there's a touch screen. You enter your code, and that will unlock your specific locker. And I hope some of these tips will help some of you stop your packages from being stolen. Thanks for watching.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hey everyone, I'm John English. This is Keith Wallace, and we would like to welcome you to John English Antique Sports and Cards in Shelbyville, Tennessee.
We specialize in graded and ungraded sports and non-sports cards, vintage wax boxes, and unopened cases. We have a large selection of PSA graded cards. We also specialize in old sports collectibles, baseball, football, basketball, golf, and tennis. You can find it all at John English Antique Sports and Cards.
We are happy to be associated with Nashville's greatest sports antique, George Plaster.
This really does sound like a Merle Haggard tune, and I'm digging it.
Yes.
Especially when you're looking at downtown Nashville with the honky tonks and whatnots and Ernest Stubbs record shop that we talked about. I do hate to see that trash can outside of that dumpster is being filled up, and the Penske truck, who knows what they're taking out of there, man. But boy, I'd like to have some of the memorabilia that is probably laying in some back office somewhere.
I know that's been on somebody's desk for years.
Yeah, and nobody, they like picked up a couple of power bills and they were like, what is this?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, just, make a U-turn wherever you feel like it.
Yeah, and don't worry about it. There's no law.
No, definitely not.
There's no rules.
I did see earlier, I saw two women crossing the street just randomly walking, toward the camera. And I'm like, my goodness, they just It's so crazy.
I know.
No one cares.
Look at this.
Oh, look at you zooming in.
What are they doing over here?
What are they doing over here? This guy is. Oh, I thought he was wearing shorts. I was like, man, what a brave soul.
Yeah, it gets a little grainy when you zoom, but
So
you use your imagination, right?
So last year at the Blue Cross Bowl, we had the good fortune of phenomenal weather. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I want to take a look and see what the weather is like out in Nuga right now. But yeah, 51 and 29, 55 and 20, 55 and 49 tomorrow, 61 and 40 with a 70% chance of rain on Saturday.
With how many percent chance, you said? 60?
71.
71% chance of rain?
In the morning, yeah.
Yikes.
That's unfortunate. So we won't have great weather for the Blue Cross Bowl, but hopefully it'll at least be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully there'll be somebody there to lighten the mood with a weather joke, but it may only be here.
If not, you can always find us. Well, speaking of jokes, it's not really a joke, it's more of a riddle. Who is Santa's favorite female pop star?
Candy Cane.
Beyond Slay.
That's a good one. That's a solid one.
Yeah.
Hold on, this is another. I don't know if I should use my.
I'll use your weather joke.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I recently have been I've signed up for tweet alerts from an account that has fantastic jokes. So if you would like to know one, I can say one.
I would love some jokes.
I have a pen that can write underwater. It can also write other words too.
That sounds like a Mitch Hedberg joke.
Isn't that a good one?
What do you call a bankrupt Santa?
What?
Saint Nicholas.
Oh, got him. Poor Santa. Oh,
literally.
My IT guy asked, "How does a computer get drunk?" It takes screenshots.
Oh, that's good. Speaking of, today is not only National Porch Pirate Day, basically, but it's also Computer Safety Day. And now that's not on our slideshow, but Computer Security Day.
Your computer just crashes.
And yeah, so you should definitely, enable your Windows update. If you've got a Windows computer, keep your software updated, install a firewall.
If you get a pop-up that says it's for protection, click it.
Click. Do not click.
Your PC is dirty. They're probably right.
I never watched the thing.
Exactly. Well, I was going to say, when you go anywhere with your laptop, buckle it in.
You should.
Car seat.
Keep it safe.
Small enough.
Should keep it safe. It's
Don't leave it in the car without the windows down.
Don't do that. I mean,
with anything.
Leave a sign, the air conditioner's on, and it's listening to AC/DC.
Don't pet this laptop. I don't know. Yeah.
Please don't pet my laptop.
Yeah, I know. I hate it when I bring it around and people just want to pet it. I'm like, I get it.
Come on now. Come on, man. But it is National Mason Jar Day.
Is that
okay. How do you feel about mason jars?
So I'm actually a huge fan because they make you can get a beverage in them, not necessarily alcohol beverage, but
no, you got a Logan's Roadhouse and they're serving you sweet tea in one.
I'm telling you, man, the quantity of a nice sized mason jar is just great. It's not too much, not too little. It's handheld.
I'm a big fan of mason jars. Yeah, because look, you can do so many things with them. Like you said, they can be a beverage holder. They can, you can store food by canning with them.
Yes.
great jams and jellies have been preserved inside of mason jars for decades.
Exactly.
And
I wonder how they got their name. Do you know?
mason jars?
Yeah, it must have been a man named Mason, I'd reckon.
I don't know.
I'm in mid-Google.
Why don't we Google it?
Yeah.
Huffington
Autofilled and everything.
Post. The Huffington Post's Julie Thompson in 2015 wrote a story about the origin of the name.
Yep, I got it too, I think.
John Landis Mason.
Yep, 1858, by God.
And yeah, so there you go. How about that?
So it's the closing of the lid is why. It's a two-step process, which I was always a fan of.
Unless it's like expensive bread. Like Pepperidge Farm bread. You got to open it and it's still not open.
Wait. They do have way too many bags going on.
I mean, that's the two-step process for the jars are great because that's what makes it canning and available. That's what makes it, airtight seal.
Right.
I get that.
Pepperidge Farms are just like, I don't know, throw another bag on there. Is it not?
They're like, how can we waste as much plastic as possible?
It's like, maybe we should try a different method. No, we're all in on the bags. We just need more.
Like, this bag doesn't seal right. Throw another one on top.
Yeah. Like, you know what would be better than 8 bags? 9 bags.
Oh man. Well, it's been a pleasure being with you guys today, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day. Justin, we've got a great Main Street Sports Today coming your way at 2:00 because we're obviously going to be talking about the breaking news of Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer is finalizing a deal to become the next head coach at the University of Alabama Birmingham, or UAB, as they prefer to be called. On top of that, so Lipscomb Academy now without a football coach as of Friday. Brentwood Academy's coach resigned this morning, and Gallatin's coach resigned yesterday. 3 of the most, big time programs in all of Middle Tennessee looking for head football coaches. So we're going to get into that. Nebias Wilburn from AL.com is going to join us as well. He's going to talk about Auburn's hiring a few frees. That's going to be fun. Chip Walters, who we missed yesterday because we didn't have the show, he's going to come back on with us. So looking forward
to
him
that. George Plaster's
yeah, you did see. Did you say, hey, I know you. I send you emails all the time.
Yes. I just pointed at him from really far away like this.
And he knew you. Because you were a celebrity.
Why are you staring at me like that? Exactly.
Because you were a celebrity.
I was.
But yeah, it's gonna be a great show, and you're definitely gonna want to tune in about the college football playoff because I got something to say. So 2:00 Main Street Sports Today, 4:00 George Plaster. Right now, coming up next, Devin O'Day, Main Street Today. This has been Mornings on Main Street. I'm Chris Yao. He's Justin Kulik. This is Main Street Media TV. Y'all have a good one.
See y'all.